Welcome to Philadelphia, Paul Jones and Sherman Hamilton. The Raptors getting set to end this portion of the road trip, the North American portion, with a game in Philadelphia Saturday night. But Sherm, first let's look back to the win over Washington. Third straight win over the Wizards this year. And the Raptors led by the backcourt of Lowry and DeRozan again. Some will argue the best backcourt in the East, and others will argue maybe the second best backcourt in the NBA. Nonetheless, those two guys spearheading the win.
Yeah, I thought DeMar DeRozan was great in the third quarter in terms of scoring the basketball. And I thought collectively as a team, the Raptors doing a great job defensively. They had to turn it up, and I thought they did a good job of taking away a lot of the things that the Wizards were getting. They held them to around 31% in that third quarter, and then it was good to see their offense kick in when their defense picked up.
Well, their defense did pick up, particularly in that third quarter, Sherman. A couple of interesting tidbits on the game. DeMar DeRozan to 35 points, a season high. The last season high, oh, by the way, 34 against the Wizards, asked in the locker room after the game. And he brought up the sweep of last year and how it has kind of obviously stuck in the back of his mind.
Well, guys go into the offseason trying to find things to motivate themselves to get better and to push themselves in those dog days of summer. And tell you what, you get swept in the playoffs the way they did and losing big in the last game. If that doesn't leave a bad taste in your mouth, then you're not a competitor. And it's good to see DeMar kind of feed off of that, but they've got to continue to move forward with the defensive approach. And we've seen in 2 games where they've had the ability to play better defense for longer periods of the game. So they've got to continue to do that against Philadelphia and make sure that they don't let up based on the record. It's about going after this team and establishing who they want to be on a consistent basis.
Well, Kyle Lowry had the double-double, and he'll be playing in front of friends and family on Saturday night in Philadelphia. And as one NBA front office type told me, as long as you have Lowry on your team, you're not losing to Philadelphia. Sure. Recapping the defense, Toronto now perfect 16-0 when they hold teams under 42%, 11-0 when they hold them under 40%, as they did against the Wizards. They only did that all of 11 times last year. 21-3 when holding teams under 100, winning 16 in a row. So this team seems to have gotten back to its defensive identity.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise. When they play defense, they get W's and they keep themselves in games. The last time they were in Washington, that game was ugly offensively, but their defense was there, and they were able to squeak a win out because Corey Joseph hit a big 3 to end the game. So I think this team is understanding and starting to get back to the philosophy of we're going to play defense, and we're going to hang on in games where we're going to do what we can defensively regardless of what our offense is doing. And to me, when you can use that as your calling card and you can buy in collectively, you're always going to give yourself a chance to win. We know this team can score points. They're going to put points on the board. If they can get back to that defensive mentality, especially to end this road trip, that would be good for them moving into a trip overseas where that defense has to travel over the water.
It better travel over the water, Sherman. And one thing we shouldn't take for granted, the Sixers starting to play a little bit better now. The infusion somewhere. Jerry Colangelo, Mike D'Antoni, they get Ish Smith back, and people look Elton Brand back in the fold. You look at this game and you say it should be a win, but very quickly, Sherm, maybe not so.
Well, I think for the Philadelphia 76ers, the reality is, you know, you get a win, you get another win, and all of a sudden these young guys start to get that itch and start to play above their heads, and you just might be in the way during that time. So the Raptors can't take this team lightly. They've got to come after them aggressively, really take to them early in the game, and playing on a back-to-back, you don't want to see those weary legs and give Philadelphia confidence. You want to take their legs out early in the game.
Raptors 5-4 on the first night of back-to-back, 3-5 on the second night. Let's see how they do Saturday night in Philadelphia. You can see it 7:30 on TSN2, and here it was Sherman and I on the radio side at TSN 1050.